All right, does anybody feel like sailing to the most beautiful island in the Cuban coast today?
The wind has died down a lot, so we're just crawling along.
So it should be an interesting morning. Always fun to transit shallow little passes out in the middle of nowhere. So it looks like back where you are, that's your shallowest.
If you touch bottom, based on what Jordan just said, you should be able to power through.
Previously on Project Atticus.
After spending 3 years refitting our fixer-upper sailboat, we left the United States with only $2,000 and the goal of working while we cruised. We made it as far as Isla Mujeres, Mexico, before we ran out of money and had to find work. For the next year, we did freelance boat repair jobs until we saved up enough money to cast the lines and sail south to explore the Western Caribbean.
Recently, we sailed to the western tip of Cuba and have been slowly making our way east while exploring the island's southern coast. So, this is the first time I've ever done this, but I'm going to try and get into the habit of listening to Chris Parker in the morning. He's like basically a weatherman for the Caribbean. And then it looks like the next 2 days is great weather for making easting, anywhere from northwest to northeast. The predominant winds for this area are right out of the east. We're trying to go east, and it can be very difficult to sail east along the south coast of Cuba. So we really need to utilize these weather patterns that assist us in doing that. Our destination for this trip is Cayo Campos, an island which our cruising guides consider to be the most beautiful in the area. The sail is approximately 45 nautical miles, but because of a tricky pass in the middle, we'll have to be broken up into 2 days. Morning, gang. Looks like a beautiful day to make some easting. I'll be following you like a hurt turtle. Well, bud, we're on your favorite point of sail.
Yep.
Hard on the wind.
Another day hard on the wind.
How's it feel?
Loving it.
Yeah, but we are definitely banging into some chop.
Yeah. Not excited to go down below and see what's wet.
Yeah, right. Well, we should be able to tack over soon and then fall off.
Yeah.
All right, well, we are just rounding the point now, Punta Los Barcos, and it's time to fall off and make things a little more comfortable. One of the things I really like about the south coast of Cuba so far is the fact that you can use cold fronts and north wind to make your easting. The north side of Cuba, you know, a lot of the Caribbean, if there's a cold front, you kind of gotta just hunker down until the strong north winds are gone. But here on the south side of Cuba, you get nice strong north winds, and that's great. You can just book it east.
Well, looks like the wind died down, so we're doing about 3.5 knots, and we decided to go ahead and get the spinnaker up.
I feel like it's situations like this that having a catch rig really comes in handy. It doesn't help all that much hard on the wind, it doesn't help that much going downwind, but on a reach in light air, that's when a catch is awesome because you can get more sail area up than you can with a single mast.
Well, we're going about 5 knots, moving right along. Got the Mountains in the distance. Pretty nice. Well, the wind has died down a lot, so we are going right now about 2.5 knots on average. We are a little under 8 nautical miles away from our anchorage, and it's like 2:30 now, so we've got a lot of time. So we're just crawling along. Well, since we're crawling along, I figured I might as well come and hang out on the bow. It's super, super calm. Oh man, look, the spinnaker just collapsed. Okay, maybe it's a lull or maybe it's time to change things. No, it's filling back up. Gosh, toying with me. So how fast are we going, bud?
Going 3 knots.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, and I'd like to think that a good 1.5 knots of that is just from pure effort on my part. So I swapped our normal spinnaker sheet out for a length of this 1/8 inch Dacron line, and it's working really well because the normal sheet is just too heavy, and so it causes the spinnaker to collapse. And then what I'm doing is not only are the winds light, but they're also variable in their direction. So as the wind shifts, I'm just sitting here and I like pull on it and then ease it. See, we got the wind coming forward of the beam now, so I gotta like pull in on it real good. Woo! There we go. Atta girl, Atticus. Now the wind picked up. Our light wind sheet is probably a little too small. Oh boy. It's getting tighter. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That did not work out. Do, re, mi, 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 mi. So we're just about to our anchorage, so time to douse the spinnaker and get motoring. Well, we got protection basically west, north, east, so this is a great spot.
Alright, so we lucked out because my hair's looking crazy, and also because our neighbors went into town yesterday and they brought us back a bag of fresh produce. So, they're amazing. Here it is.
Fresh bundle of random vegetables from
so
New Wave of Girona, courtesy of my wife.
Woohoo! Your wife's amazing. Thank
She
you.
is.
Ooh, nice. Pepper. Tomato!
There you go.
And then I think these are sweet potatoes?
Yeah,
nice.
Those are the white.
We're gonna feast tonight, buddy.
Yeah.
Well,
They're coming to speak with you, Colin.
now I kinda want to.
They like your hair.
They want to see my zarpe. They want to see my gazpacho.
That's right. What was your last port?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I would never think that we were rationing food.
Good.
That is delicious.
Good. Yeah, bud, I've been having a real good time with you. It's
Yeah?
been fun.
Yeah, it has been fun.
Yeah, we're in our own little bubble, hanging out every day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool just kind of being on the move and seeing different parts of the world together. Love you, homie.
Love you.
All right, does anybody feel like sailing to the most beautiful island in the southwestern Cuban coast today?
Buenos dias, and yes, that's affirmative.
Muy bien.
What are we talking about, bud?
You wanted to come up with a name for our fleet of 3 boats.
What were the ideas so far?
We could call ourselves the Rebel Alliance.
This is Wavelength. We are on board with the name Rebel Alliance.
It is kind of in the spirit of La Revolucion.
Rebel Alliance.
Rebel Alliance.
I don't think Desiree likes it. If we're the Rebel Alliance, then my nickname is Admiral Akbar.
Admiral, we have enemy ships in Sector 27. It's a trap.
So we are gearing up, ready to go pass through Paso de la Cruz, which looks like a pretty small, pretty skinny little pass through these mangrove islands and shoals. The plan is we're gonna go first because we only draw 4.5 feet, so we can kind of like sound it out. So it should be an interesting morning. Always fun to transit shallow little passes out in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so here is the pass. We're going to be making our way to our approach waypoint right here. According to the cruising guides, there are a lot of stakes, which you can see here on the chart. And if we keep all of the stakes for the most part to port, we should be good to go. There's basically no turning around once we're in. So once we're in, we're committed. So for you, it's gonna be all about like, when I tell you, okay, go straight, like really get a fix on something and make sure you're not kind of meandering left or right. The shallowest part should be the entrance. Take note of the shallowest depth that you see so that we can report that back to our bigger boat friends. Okay. Yeah, there's first stake, second stake leading right up to the island. You can see where like boats have like drug through the sand here.
Alex, so far I've seen a least depth of 6 feet.
Guys, we're seeing over 5.5 feet here. Then once you get to this stake, it gets quite a bit deeper. So it looks like back where you are, that's your shallowest.
Alex, if you touch bottom, based on what Jordan just said, you should be able to power through. I got about a foot below me.
Yeah, it looks like we are out of the woods. So once you get past that shoal, it's a lot deeper. Good thing for these stakes, because there's a lot of them. It's like every 200 feet or so, there's one of these stakes. Colin, looking at you, you could probably come to port a little bit. Looking back that way, I can see the channel really clearly, and you're right on the starboard edge of it.
Thanks, Jordan. That helps. I see you're making a starboard turn now.
Yeah, correct. You'll see that your next 2 stakes are quite a bit to starboard, taking you pretty darn close to the mangroves. Wow, yeah, this takes us really close.
Just to remind everybody, there's a shoal off the end of this point to starboard, so he suggests to us the last couple stakes.
What'd he say?
He said the last couple stakes we're gonna get real close to.
Okay.
From what I see, it looks like you don't want to beeline it straight to those stakes. Looks like there's kind of a curve here.
Yeah, if you're seeing it pretty good, we're just going to follow you on this little bit here.
Okay, quite a bit to port. Yeah, it looks like about right here is when it starts. Okay, straight?
Straight.
Okay, I think we've made our exit waypoint and we've got over 3 meters.
Nice job. Thanks for your help.
I guess we will see you guys in Cayo, Campos. All right, good job, bud.
Thank you.
We did it. High five. Think that this is the most beautiful water I've ever seen in my life. It's unreal. I can't, it looks fake. I'm like staring at it and it looks fake.
into our anchorage, so we're getting ready to douse the jib and the main.
Okay, so here's Cayo Campos. Here's the pass, and this right here is like a really cool fishing camp. Yeah, it seems like a really wide pass. It doesn't seem very difficult at all. There's our friends on Wavelength, and there's 3 other cats in the anchorage. Yeah, this is great holding.
Rebel Alliance, Atticus.
Hola, amiga. ¿Cómo está?
We were just wondering if you guys would want to kind of hang out tonight, maybe do like a potluck.
Yeah, that sounds great. We'll see you guys at 7.
Oh, what a pretty night. It's like kind of chilly.
Yeah, it's really nice. You ready to partay, buddy?
Oh yeah. You know my middle name, right?
Partay?
Yeah.
Desiree Partay?
Yeah.
Wicked?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. I was trying to get the shot. That's gonna be one strong
I
drink.
thought you were gonna say when.
Yeah, help yourself.
There you go.
Cheers, bud.
And this is like what I thought cruising would be like. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Roll up to an anchorage and just hang out in paradise.
Mm-hmm.
Potluck with cool people.
Mm-hmm.
Really,
Yeah.
really awesome.
That's good, man. Way to really be expressive. Alright. Oh.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed this week's episode. We wanted to thank a couple of our brand new patron deckhands. So we've got Kevin from Niagara, Paul Clark, Michael Bryant, Neil and Nan Rhodes, Ken Reese, Tom Enns, Heather Gray, KT and Bree.
We also have Jackson Cawthon, Jennifer Dunn. We got
Whoa.
Muriel Weisel. There you go. Joe and Jennifer Webb. Okay, I'm gonna need help here.
Okay, don't drop the camera in the water.
Don't drop the camera. Richard Taylor, Kevin Champlin, Preston Hiley, and Jeff Meekum. And last but not least, we got Dan Russell.
I don't know why I'm trying this.
Trying to harmonize.
Dan Russell.
So thanks so much for your support, guys. We really appreciate it. It's purely because of you guys that we're able to continue to strive to make high quality videos of our experiences and travels. So we will see you guys next week.